know that she is 7 years old. She's like a 2-year-old with ADD. Everything's a struggle. She's so busy. So busy. But tighten this up a little bit. Time for you. I need this foot, please. Alright, stretch. Good girl. Very good. This foot, please. This foot. There, excellent. And stretch. Alright. Pretty good compared to a year ago, huh? Yes. Yes, it is. Okay. Let's go to down yoga. Good girl. Let's go for a walkabout. So, I have hoses running everywhere since I'm watering. There's one small pasture, and this was the large pasture, which we are slowly removing the grass. So it's quite the mess right now. I've ended up with 2 horses that end up way too fat on very little fresh stuff. I guess because of sugar content, I don't know. So we've decided to take it out and just keep 2 small turnouts. Keeps me from screwing up and giving her way too much opportunity to eat that she shouldn't do. So the field next door is similar to what ours would look like. And this is where the dressage arena is when we're riding. So I'll now have a huge arena with trees on both sides, and probably plant some more on the east side over next to the dirt field. Be able to turn horses out here, and they can run and play, which I think is really important. So basically, this is what we do for about 15 minutes. Let's just walk. Try to keep the turnarounds slow and big. And straight lines. Try not to fall in any gopher or squirrel holes. She's actually, in spite of all the problems we've had, I feel like I've been struggling with her forever. She's a lovely horse. She's a perfect 60-year-old woman's horse, although I haven't done as much as I would have liked because of some of her lameness issues. But she's brilliant, and she's fun. She has a lovely way of going, which is good for people who might have back this is where I open the panel up to let the gate open to let the tractor come in. This is where the round pen used to be. We're going to put a bunch of trees and bushes in here to shade this side of the barn. We have runs on all the stalls, as you can see. Pomegranates, hitching rail. Trees take a long time to grow here and a lot of water. These are mesquites in front of the barn that we planted 20 years ago. And another small pasture. The quad, piles of brush that I'm raking up. And then more trees on the property line. These properties out here with irrigation are really long, narrow pieces, so they're not very wide, which has advantages and disadvantages. One, it gets the horses further away from the road, which is kind of nice. And if you make dust, it's generally away from your house, although my arena is pretty good, not having any dust in it. We have, this is for Diane McGregor, an eclectic mix of buildings that were here when we bought the place, which we've kept repaired up for storage. This is our junkyard where all the building supplies and things like that go to keep it neat. And that's Power Road, I'm sorry, Chandler Heights Road in front of us. And our property has a lot of eucalyptus trees on it. I think the last time I counted, we have about 125 trees that have been planted here. So I'm going to open the gate. We're going to walk around next door just to give her some variety. Good girl. She's become quite good about opening gates. And puppies, so we're good. Back, 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 back. Good girl. Let it open. And this is next door at Crickets. And I don't see the rabbits. I was hoping I could get the rabbits in her backyard. At night, there'll be as many as 15 rabbits in her backyard, which is pretty darn cool. If I had any patience at all, I'd come over here with carrots and get some really cute pictures of them. There's so many of them. So she's got a nice driveway, which is beneficial for Gabby to be able to walk on. We don't have to worry about holes, and it's flat. Not quite as varied of terrain as I've got next door. And she's got some lovely mesquites growing in her front yard. And this is the road that is the nemesis for Gabby, so we do spend time up here. She doesn't mind trucks and cars and trailers and stuff like that. What gets her going is the sound of when a dump truck goes as you can see. It does get her wound up. Whoa, you can't do that. Just walk. Good girl. And so we do a lot of that when I'm riding, just out of the blue. And about the third time you do it, she gives up. But there's something about that that gets her. As you can see, she even with me trying to keep her nice and slow and rhythmical, she's walking out nicely.